Have you heard that rumor?
I mean, I think in order for that to happen, they're gonna have to get rid of Trey Turner,
Yeah.
and I'm not sure if they want to acquire both. I've some rumors tonight don't have Trey Turner going to the White Sox for Chris Sale, but I mean, are they that deep? Do they have that amount of prospects to trade away to get both an Andrew McCutchen and a Chris Sale?
That's what I said. That's what I
I'm
said.
not sure.
Yeah, probably not. Chris Sale is going to cost a lot of
Oh
prospects.
gosh, so much,
Yeah,
so
he's going to
much,
be a gold mine for the White Sox if they trade him.
and I think they will. I think it's going to happen. But
Yeah,
if I'm the White Sox, I just get rid of everybody that I possibly can at this point. I don't even like
you're going for the
full rebuild.
full rebuild.
Why not?
I'm with you. I mean, they have been teetering on the line of like almost competing and almost rebuilding forever. They might as well blow it up, and start over.
I mean, I'm sorry, you're not going to win your division anytime soon with the Indians being around.
Yeah,
And I mean,
Royals, they
yeah,
they still have a
you
tough
have like
division.
a 4 year time period here to kind of just blow everything up. And hopefully within the next 2 years, you have a base of prospects that's solid and
Yeah,
ready to go moving forward.
and Chris Sale, I feel like won't last as long as some of the other starters in the league right now.
I mean, every single year you wait to trade Chris Sale, you're risking a chance of him just his arm falling off. So,
Exactly.
I mean, we've all made the
And his
joke,
value is so high right now too.
just
It's
take
just
it, take it.
yeah.
So I think they'd trade him now. The McCutcheon thing you mentioned, the Pirates and looking at the NL Central, the Pirates and the Reds, and I think even the Cardinals, if they just tried to trade some pieces, and the Brewers, I mean, if they trade McCutcheon, this division is not looking very difficult right now to win. If you're the Cubs, for
Yeah.
sure, it's looking kind of weak at this point. The Brewers have some young guys, but I mean,
It's pretty clear cut who the
mhm,
best
it really is.
team is. The Cubs have essentially moved two teams into a rebuild. I feel like the Reds noticed early on that they weren't going to be able to compete with the Cubs, so they blew it up. Pirates, I think the same exact thing is about to happen because they're aggressively trying to move McCutcheon. So they're looking for a similar type rebuild too. So the Cubs have done that to two separate teams, which is something because it's just they're gonna need that to compete. How can you compete with a team that young right now and still that good and
Exactly.
getting back?
There's only a handful of teams that you can say realistically compete with the Cubs, and that's probably the Indians. The Red Sox will be there
Yeah,
um, for a while. I think the Yankees have some good talent coming up
yeah,
eventually. Um, in the NL, the Nationals until Bryce Harper leaves in free agency. Um, the Royals are there always. It's just the Giants never stick away,
yeah.
but
I'll
it's
say
not.
this. I'll say this. I'm definitely if the Nationals get Sale, that is a scary starting rotation. That is a really scary starting rotation.
It is. It is
One through
scary.
five, their 1, 2, 3 are ridiculous, and then they have like Gio Gonzalez going
In the four.
every fourth day, like, and then who's the Tanner Rourke? Is it?
Yep, Tanner Rourke,
Yeah,
and he's
like
not bad
that's
either.
he's really solid too. So like that'll be a scary team. I'm kind of hoping the Nationals like that deal blows up because that would make it really tough. I could definitely see the Nationals making a run.
I mean, you could see the Nationals making a run, but you never know with pitching, man. You never
Yeah,
know how consistent your starting pitching is going to be or what injuries pop up, especially
Steven
for a guy
Strasburg.
Strasburg and Sale. Those are two
Yeah,
guys that you're just like, are they going to be healthy?
similar
Is Sale's
body
arm going to
types.
fall
Yeah,
off?
yeah,
And
exactly.
the Nationals will only be good probably through 2018 because Bryce Harper's going to leave in free agency because he's looking for a record deal. Um,
Which he will get.
which he will get from the Yankees, probably.
Oh, you think so?
Yes.
Haven't heard that one, but that's interesting.
I mean, he's demanding the largest. The reason that a story came out today that he's demanding the largest contract ever, essentially. So, and the Nationals aren't going to pay him, so they're going to have him ride out these next 2 years and then send him on his way.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised either. I don't blame them.
He's the real deal. He's the real deal.
He is.
I don't know. He'll probably get a super inflated contract, but
Oh yeah. So back to Cubs stuff here. Just to touch on a couple things. So obviously the Cubs are always looking for pitching, position players. It's pretty much secured up for the most part. There's a log jam in the outfield, and I think Jorge Soler is the odd man out here. I think the Cubs are kind of just like, they love Schwarber so much, they're probably just going to move Soler.
yeah, it's been the move for the last year. We've been talking about it forever. If there was going to be a young guy they're going to move, it's obviously going to be Jorge, who just hasn't popped like the other players have. And Kyle Schwarber is just the much superior player if you're choosing between the two of them. And, you could get a lot back for Kyle Schwarber, like in a trade scenario, but, the Cubs value him that much. So that says a lot.
I think you can get a really solid return for Soler, too.
Absolutely.
And his contract is so team-friendly.
Mm-hmm.
It's extremely team-friendly. So this week and today, specifically, the Cubs, there's a story that came out saying that they're interested in Royals closer Wade Davis, who is an elite guy, is a great closer, but you only have him under control for one season if you do trade for him. So do you think that trade's worth it for the Cubs if you were to trade Soler for Wade Davis?
Yeah, it's the same situation for Chapman, basically. You're going to pay for him, but you're going to most likely lose him at the end of the year. But it might be worth it because they definitely need some back-end bullpen pitching, and he's elite. So Jorge, we'll see what is out there for Jorge. I feel like the market could be pretty good for him. So I hope they explore other options at least because, he's so young and he's shown at times he can be a really elite hitter. So we'll see.
I mean, or do you just wait until the middle of the season? Because, guys are going to just they'll show up throughout the season. There'll be some unsung hero that kind of no one knows about who turns out to be a good closer. You just kind of hold on to your assets and be like, let's pull what we did last year. Because I think you do have enough back of the end rotation talent to sustain you to the midpoint of the season in Rondon and Strop and Edwards for sure. And I think ultimately in the next 3 years, if we're having this conversation next offseason after the Cubs go back to back, of course, and we're saying who's your closer, we're going to say Carl Edwards Jr.
Yeah,
I think he's the guy that they're trying to groom for that role. So do you wait or do you make that deal now? And obviously the baseball guys in the front office know more than we do. So we'll see what happens. But I think Jorge, there's a lot of upside left in his career. I've been kind of a Soler apologist in regards to Cubs fans for sure. His defense isn't great, but his upside is there if you get him to commit and work hard and show up every day to hit. He hasn't exploded yet, but he could.
Yeah, very possible.
So we'll see. The Cubs are looking for pitching. Nothing else is new. And something that's interesting that happened this week is Tyson Ross is now a free agent. I don't know if you caught wind of that. And he's kind of been a trade target for the Cubs for a very long time.
since last offseason.
Yeah, and the Padres, they sent him in the free agency, which was kind of surprising for me. He is hurt. But from my understanding, his people are saying that he would be back in April, May. Which, I mean, if you're the Cubs and you have 4 legit starters plus Mike Montgomery,
yeah,
are you willing to kind of take a chance on Ross for him to be your 5th guy and Montgomery your 6th guy?
Yeah. I absolutely would say it would be worth it because Tyson Ross is a really good fit on the back end there. If just plug him in. There's a reason they've wanted to get this guy. He's a good pitcher, and he would be a really nice fit just like right on that back end. So, yeah, I would say, go for it. And the fact that you don't have to give up anything for him other than, a contract is nice. So that's a win-win. But we'll see what happens, We don't know where they're valuing people right now, so.
Yeah, I mean, you always want to be aware of a pitcher's past injury history, for sure.
Yeah.
But I think if you can get Tyson Ross for cheaper than most, and save some money heading into the next offseason when the free agent market is just insane with the amount of players out there, I think you go for it.
Yeah, I want to talk about that too.
Or you use your your young talent, and go out and get some quality starting pitching, so you don't have to spend a bunch of money.
Yeah. All right. There's so many options for the Cubs right now. Even maybe the best option is just do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. It'll be interesting because I don't totally know what they're thinking right now. I know Hoyer says they're not going to make any moves, but that's part of the game. I do want to bring something up, and this is a rumor I heard last week. I heard it might have been ruined by the CBA.
You talking about your boys?
Yes.
Your boy in the Japanese league,
Shohei Otani. I heard there's a rumor the Cubs they're going to keep it. They're not going to spend a lot this offseason, so they can give him a monster contract next offseason. But at the same time, I heard halfway through the week when the CBA got signed that something might prohibit that.
I've also seen these rumors, and I wanted to refer to you. Is it the Japanese Baseball League? Is that what it's called?
It's
the JBL?
It's the NPB. The Nippon Baseball something.
Okay, can you explain
Baseball, professional baseball or something like
your
that.
love affair with Japanese baseball for a second, please? Because this is really strange. I did not know this was a thing.
For
NPB?
a
while? Yeah, well, I knew it was a thing, but I didn't know that you were this into it for a while. Because sometimes, you'll see tweets on Twitter from Blake being like, "Go Bay Stars."
Yes,
and I'm just
the Bay Stars.
The
Yokohama Bay Stars.
What is a Bay Star? I don't understand.
Honestly, I don't even know. I think the city they're in is in a bay. I think. But
I so hope you're wrong. I really hope you're wrong.
Yokohama, forget what that is. But I don't know. I just love the Bay Stars, man. I'm all about them. I'm a big Kusuke Fukudome guy.
I remember him, Blake. Yes, he was an all-star.
You remember
for the
him?
Cubs. Yes.
Yeah, he was. He was the MVP in Japan.
Is that what got you hooked to the
That's
Bay
what got
Stars?
me hooked. Kusuke Fukudome. I'm pretty sure he played for the Bay Stars too, yeah.
Isn't it Kosuke Fukudome?
Yeah.
You're an idiot.
What did I say?
You said Kusuke.
Oh, sorry. I just
you're dumb.
it.
You don't even know. You don't even know the
I don't even know my favorite player.
NPL. Is that right? NPL?
I honestly, to be quite honest, I've never even watched a game ever. I just see those tweets on Twitter,